Strength matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started.
That's what he wants to.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something. And he takes this from inside the 5.
Go. Let's go, boy.
They get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quarterback keeps just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Got his man. Shows him the stiff arm. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down cover. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment, like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
The dogs are barking and growling, trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Here's a heat. Fires toward the end zone. Right through his hands. And just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at deep tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Might be calling a hot route. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got it right where I want. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab deep. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down.
Motherfucker.
Connection on the long shot.
And And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
On the move.
You fucking fat motherfucker! Pick that nigga up!
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. It's complete on the right side. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, and it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. On second and goal, they go right back to him. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone.
Damn, that's stupid. Too late.
He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Pop that bitch, Joe.
Brought down after a nice gain.
Defensively, you know they're going to run it. You know they're going to try to create some space offensively and just try to run out of the goal line. So that's a frustrating one that hurts because the run game comes downhill. He gets a big gain, and now out of the own end zone. Now no safety to worry about. You can pass, you can run the whole playbook at your disposal.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers are not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
And the Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw. It's Bragway. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense didn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Shotgun snap on third down. Working that left side now. Still on his feet at the 45. Down to Sim on the left. Pass to 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback as you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he added the extra point to finish the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Power football with the run. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Ball is at the 35. It's first.
Ah. Damn.
Stress, pressure, expectation, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it.
Let's go to the offense real quick. Alright, I'm ready. Fuck it.
The 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The boot's shaking underneath us, guys. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Out of the shoe, quick toss to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground and throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, they give to the back.
Man, I want
He
to change
is
that
going
quick. Thank you.
nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Running too much. I don't want to run this thing too much, though.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking to throw in Stockton. Here's the pressure. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they got him down at the 23. They'll send the back in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Quarterback empties his backfield. They want to throw it. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
He sends three receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lockett. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown, it's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help us.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Now, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out and defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man, I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
They'll try the right side.
Why the champion?
He was fortunate not to lose yards. That play, wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Not the start the offense wanted to have. They had to punt the first time out. Here on the opening play of their second drive, they're going backwards. If they're going to run the football, these big guys up front, they've got to do a better job.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's Frazier. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. You try to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. That's force the TFL.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Oh, they're after it! And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Off the play, fake on first down, left to throw. Makes the grab on the left.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation. You just had to throw the football.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
Dropping back, it's Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Defense looks as if it's coming. On On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he will score! Touchdown, Texas! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. When you see throws like that, he makes you believe.
Wide open spaces. Turning it on. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
Ah, I didn't see it time. Ah, it's gonna just sink, of course.